Hey guys, welcome to the second part of the Xsolla video tutorial. For this next part we actually have to go to the Xsolla website, xsolla.com, and create an account, or you can log in if you already have an account. I will just create an account real quick for the purpose of this video tutorial. So enter your email, password, and click create account. This actually takes a few moments, so have a bit of patience. Then enter your information here. I'm just going to enter my name real quick and our company website. Enter your role, number of employees, and start. Shouldn't take long to set this up at all. Then once we are on this page, we actually go to the My Game project, or you can create a new one if you want instead. What we are going to need for the integration to work is store, login, and PayStation. We're going to set up the PayStation first. We are not going to use webhooks, so click on to enable checkouts. You need to set up webhooks first. Click here and turn it off. Confirm. We don't need this. Then go back to integration settings and enable the integrate commerce API setting, because this is what we will use. So you can read here, supports integration via Unity SDK. So click save and wait until it's saved. Saved successfully. Then go to login. We will use single sign-on. Click integrate. Then set up login. You can put a different name here if you want. We don't need to change anything here necessarily. This is pretty much everything we need to do here. What you need to do is actually go back to login, open and set up, and you actually need to sign an agreement. You can go to this page and look for yourself, but this will already work. You can see all the connections that can be made, but we will not set up anything here yet. So in the store, what you need to use is virtual items. You can set up virtual currency, it's very easy, but for the purpose of this tutorial, we will just set up the items real quick. And we will need to create one group, and for each team that we have, we will create another group, which contains the player mods. But this is actually very important that the external ID matches exactly. This needs to be weapons, complete lowercase. The group name doesn't really matter. For the teams, we will create one group for each team. These are phrased like this: player models underscore the name of the team. This is actually the name in the file, so I'm just going to show you real quick. This is this property here, team name. So you can see red, green, and blue. So this is called player mods red. Just call this team red. Again, the group name doesn't really matter for this integration. And create another one. Player models green, team green. Create group. Then we will enable all the groups. Now we will set up the player models. Oh no, not create group, create an item. This will be these player models. And now I'm going to show you something very important. This SKU is the identification of this item. These are mapped to in-kit items here under team settings, and then each team has an array, is in this array. The index of the team can be found here. under all PvP teams. So you can see team 0 is red, team 1 is blue, and team 2 is green. And this here maps the SKU Ethan color to the player model ID 0 under team 0. So this maps the Ethan color SKU to this player model. If I put a 1 here, it would map Ethan color to this element right here. But let's change it back to a 0. So these SKUs need to match with what is set here. Ethan color and Ethan gray. We'll just fill this in real quick. All of these item types are supported. But for the purpose of this video, we'll just set up non-consumables. So set a price and make sure show item in store is on and create an item. Oh yeah, actually we need to go back one step, and actually because this player model is shared for all teams, we can check all teams here. You would probably not do this in your game, but you can use one and the same item for multiple teams. But you don't have to. So let's do the same with Ethan Gray. Again, just non-consumable, and create an item. So now we've set up all these items, and oh yeah, the same applies for Ethan Gray as well. He is part of all teams. Check all teams here. You can already do this while creating the item. And now we need to set up the default weapons. You can find this full example setup in screenshots on our documentation page, so you don't need to watch all of this. Just make sure that the SKU maps, the weapons are mapped up here. This is the same method as down here. It's just directly in the game file, so all weapons. This matches bar to index 0, which is this one. This matches M1911 to this one, and so on and so forth. As you can see, multiple Xsolla items can map to one and the same kit item. So this bar rent also maps to the bar, but it is only available for 24 hours. I'm not going to set up this one in this tutorial video, but you can. Again, all of these item properties work. I will just set up all the default weapons. You can watch all of this, but you can also skip ahead in case you don't want to see me setting up all these weapons. Okay, so now I've set up all the default weapons that are in the kit. Again, you can find this setup on our documentation page. So, as you can see, store, pay station, and anti-fraud are now green. They have this green little circle here. Login doesn't. Ideally, it should have 2, but you need to sign an agreement with Xsolla before this actually turns green. But like I said earlier, this will already work. So, and while we are here, we are going to now link this Xsolla project to our Xsolla project in the SDK. For that, you will go to Window, Xsolla, and Edit Settings. Let's actually do this only on the right. We need to change the login ID and project ID. You can find the login ID by going to login. We are already here. It's this ID up here. You can click on this button that copies it. Just paste it here. And the game ID, also known as project ID, is up here. You can go back, go to game, and then it's this one. So copy this one. It is not this ID, so don't copy this one. And paste it here. And if we've done everything correctly, we can now start the game and see it working. So sign up, enter your username, your email, and your preferred password, and click register. Now ideally you should have received an email from Xsolla. I've just received it. Press confirm account. This is how the email looks. And this is the page that you get once you click on the confirm account button. So now we should be able to log in with our account. So enter your username and your password. And there we go. So to see if it all worked, go to loadout, loadout 1, or select any one of these, and there we go. Here, as you can see, these are the guns that we set up. $10 US. Let's try to buy one. And it's updating. Make sure your firewall doesn't block the game. Again, you can just skip through this. Nothing fancy really happens here. So now that the update is done, we can actually buy our item. Just go through here. Don't worry about this being in German, it will be in your language for you. And now we've bought the sniper. Let's equip it. Check out the player modes if they're there. Yep, they're all here. Go back and we will actually go in game real quick and see if it worked. Don't worry about the light map, it's a usual issue. These light maps were baked with 2018.4, so therefore they're not compatible. As you can see, we spawned with the sniper. Open the loadout menu. Everything is here. So now we're done. If you have any questions or, some suggestions, feel free to let us know in the comment section below, or actually you prefer it on our Discord server. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video.